Alright, so we are making a landscape picture today with our straight, wavy, and zigzag line and our cool colors. So our artist, I believe, is Paul Cezanne. And we're going to start close to the bottom of the page, maybe just leave like 2 little finger space away from the bottom edge here. And you're going to make a straight line all the way across. Okay, and then you're going to go over that line, making it a little darker and thicker. So you can go back and forth on it, or just go over it once or twice, close to the bottom of the page. Okay, don't color it all in to the bottom because you want to have room to paint. I'm going to leave a little space up from that, maybe just, I don't know, another 2 finger space. And you're going to make a wavy line. These are going to be our hills. And I used green. You actually don't have to use the exact same colors that I use. I've seen a lot of nice artwork done for this project using different colors for the drawing part. For the coloring, or for the painting part, you're going to want to stick to our same colors, cool colors. Okay, so there's a wavy line. And last is our zigzag line for our mountains. Up, down, zigzag. Nice pointy line. Some friends say it looks like shark teeth. And then I go back over that. And as usual, if I am going too fast for you, you can always pause it and catch up, and then continue as you were. Okay, so I went back over that a little darker, and then next is my sun. So here I'm not going to use a cool color. Of course, I'm just going to use some yellow. And to help that show up a little bit better, I usually like to put some orange around it. Maybe a little on the inside there too. Okay, then we are ready for the painting part. So we are going to use our watercolor paints. And of course, if you didn't have watercolor paints, you could color it in with marker, or you could color it in with crayon. But if you do have watercolor paints, you're going to work very gently. So you're just going to take your brush and just gently tap it on the blue, and then you're going to spread that out nicely on your paper. And you'll be surprised how much paint you can get out of just one little gentle tap with your brush and with some water. I'm going to get a little tiny bit more water on my brush. And see if I can spread that out a little more. So I really want to try to make my paints last as long as they can. Trying to get right out to the edges there of my paper. And if you leave a little bit of white, it's not a big deal. It kind of looks like a nice reflection in the water. Okay, the next part of our painting is going to be the hills. So we want to do the hills green. Again, just getting a little bit of green paint on my brush. And just working real gently, spreading that out. Okay, I'm going to get a tiny bit more water on my brush, just dipping in the very edge of the brush into the water. And then I can go back to this paint area and just spread it on down. Okay, I'm going to get my brush a little bit wet again. Just Dip it gently in my green. Never pressing hard. When I use paints, always gentle. And my brush is gentle on my paper. I'm not scraping it across, just spreading it nicely. Holding my brush just like it's a pencil or a marker. Okay? And it's good to hold it nice and low down here at the ferrule of the brush. Okay, gotta clean out my brush again. And I'm gonna get some purple for my mountains. Now sometimes I see friends, they just paint up here. And they think that if they just do the top part of the mountains, then they're done. But that's not quite right, because the mountains need to meet up with the hills. Just like the hills met up with the water. Okay, the grass goes all the way down to the water. The mountains are going all the way down to the hills. And again, just spreading it out, working carefully, trying to stay inside my lines. Filling it all in. There. Okay, and your colors are not going to get real dark with watercolors, and that's okay. It's just a beautiful, gentle kind of painting. Okay, and I clean off my brush real good, and I'm going to go back and get some more of my blue. Now if I paint right over my sun, and I work real gently, it should still show up because the wax in the crayon doesn't mix with the water and the paints, and that is called our wax resist. You can see how there's those little dots ending up on there. That's the water of the paint not mixing in there. Now some friends like to use some different colors in their sky. That's fine. I usually like to just stick to the blue. Maybe some purple would be okay, or some maybe some really light red so that it looks like pink for a sunset. Just make sure you're not mixing in the colors in the sky, okay? Purple and blue would be probably okay to mix in your sky, but that's about it. We don't want to get a whole bunch of colors mixed in, because then it's not going to be a beautiful sky anymore. And there you go. I got them all set. So I hope you enjoy making your landscape.